item 4. Although I did not introduce the item, but I have already dealt with item 4. We are now on item 5. Councillor April, ke kopa o laolehe. E o tla ba reprimanda ka ntle. Councillors le lona ska la mo ba ka bohale, ska la hlola le etswa. Ha ona break, ha ona nix. All councillors, can we please note that we are no longer going to go outside the chamber because we have to elect the speaker. The chairperson of this council must now take his or her seat. We are now on item 5, councillors. Disclosure of interest. Why in my agenda, item 3 is signing and signing of attendance register. Item 4 is introduction of councillors and officials. Is it? Okay, my agenda is special. Oh, okay, all right. Okay, my apologies, councillors. I forgot that I requested them to remind to introduce you councillors. But I'm also going to introduce our administration now that the administration knows their councillors, right? That our councillors also know the administration. I am going to introduce the directors, the executive team of Fezile Dabi. On my right hand, the first person, I have Dr. Solimutingwe. He is the Director of Corporate Services. Thank you, Ndate. I have Nozuko Mdaka. She is the CFO of the institution. I have Ndate Matsepela Taitsane. He is the Director for LED and Tourism and Social Development, something like that. It's one of those departments with many names and surnames. I also have Me Nontlantla Baleni. She is the Director of Environmental Agency Services. Hey, Councillor Kaunzo Ditno. Yes, I did not get the name of our guest. Okay, thank you. And we also have Mayor Sitati, the acting municipal manager of Mokaka. Sitati is from Mokaka. You can hear Councillor Peter Way knows her. So we are on item 4. Ne? Item 4 is disclosure of interest. The code of conduct provides as follows. Number 1, it says a councillor must disclose to the municipal council or to any committee of which that councillor is a member or the committee. And it further provides that, number B, withdraw from the proceedings of the council or committee when that matter is considered by council or committee, unless the councillor or committee decides that the councillor's direct or indirect interest in the matter is irrelevant. The second provision says a councillor who or whose spouse, partner, business associate, or close family member acquired or stands to acquire any direct benefit from a contract concluded in the municipality must disclose full particulars of the benefit of which the councillor is aware at the first meeting of the municipal council in which it is possible for the councillor to make the disclosure. It goes on, and I think councillors, with time, you will get the code of conduct. I did indicate in our first meeting that what is missing in the packs that you received is the local government library. Each councillor will be receiving a local government library, and you will be able to refer to all these legislations from time to time. Councillor Kau, you remember when we sleep at night, when we work in local government, you start by reading the Bible and then you come to the legislation. So you give them enough time. So councillors, I'm going to advise you as the official advisor of this council that you familiarize yourselves with the legislation that is guiding local government. I always say that the way this sphere is governed, very soon we will be getting legislation that is guiding us on how many times we should go to the bathroom, because everything that we do here is legislated. We are now on item 5, the election of the speaker. I am going to allow councillors to take a sip of water when we start with the election of the speaker. Councillors, I indicated earlier that we are going to humbly request that no councillor should leave the chamber when we do this. We would want to deal with this matter as transparent, as fairly as possible. So we don't want clashes, we don't want misunderstandings on the proceedings. I am not going to read out the legislation that is guiding this. Councillors, most of you are from local municipalities, and I'm sure your municipal managers, as you went through the same process in your local municipalities, already outlined this process. So I am taking for granted that you know the drill. Councillor Mukoduto and then Councillor Makefu.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. I nominate the name of
Councillor,
before.
so buleli di
Oh,
nomination.
so buletse nominations. Tshwarelo.
I have already noted you for that process. So councillors, we are now starting. Councillor Peterway.
Madam Chair, thank you. Just for clarity in the House, you say you take for granted that everybody knows it. I would actually like you to request, if anybody is unclear, if there is somebody that you actually read the legislation, that there's no ambiguity about the process.
Thank you very much, Councillor Peterway. I appreciate that. Councillors, is there any councillor who does not know the legislation that is guiding us on the process that we are about to start? Going once, going twice, gone. Councillor Peterway, everybody knows what is happening. I am now going to open for nominations. Okay, I'm going to open for nomination. Councillors, we are going to nominate. The administration is ready. As we nominate, administration will be writing the name that is nominated. You are aware, Councillor, that the councillor who is nominating, can I have the form? The councillor that is nominating, Mantwa, can I have the form? The councillor that is nominating will sign together with the councillor that will be seconding, and the councillor that has been nominated will also have to sign when they accept the nomination. That is how it's going to happen. So, for example, Councillor Mokodutlo I've already noted her, so she's going to nominate somebody and she will have to sign. The second person who nominates will also sign, and the person who is nominated will have to accept or decline the nomination. And so it goes, and so it goes. Councillor Matwa, I have also noted you. Councillor Mokodutlo, all councillors have the forms, I get, but Mantwa, you are going to give them yours. The purpose of having included them in the packages is for transparency. We want councillors to see the type of form that will be used as we nominate the speaker. So Mantwa, I am expecting you to have as many, we said 10, Mantwa. We said you must have 10 with you, so that when we nominate, councillors are in a position to do what is expected of them. Councillors, this council has 32 members, and we are going to have 32 ballot papers as and when we vote. Advocate, you will have the forms or you will have them, and you will count so that councillors can see and witness the fact that it's 32 ballot papers. And each councillor will be provided with a ballot paper. We have administration that is going to assist us as and when we vote. We will be giving councillors the ballot paper while you are seated. Our voting booth is on my left-hand side for councillors to have privacy. So the councillor will cast the vote, and the councillor will throw the ballot paper in the box, and the process will unfold. We will count the votes. I will request administration, and I will also request, as and when we come to the point of counting the votes, the councillors or the whips or whoever representative that the political party might have nominated to be present when we count the votes, so that you also, for the sake of transparency, see the number of votes that we will be announcing in council. Is that in order, councillors? Okay. I don't know, in terms of the arrangements, where are we going to start with the voting? I think we will have to, this camera. Because we wanted this process to be smooth. We did not want a situation where you go that way and then, or maybe we can do this. A councillor will vote and they can go outside the chamber and then they go back to their seat. Is that fine, councillors? Yeah, we don't want a situation where we have unnecessary delays. Councillor Mokodutlo, we are now on that item that you were waiting for.
Thank you, Chairperson. My name is Councillor Nthabise Mokodutlo. I'm nominating the name of Councillor Thandiswe Tsang to be the Speaker of Fezile Dabi. I thank you.
The name of Councillor Thandiswe Tsang has been nominated. Councillor Makashule.
Thank you, MM. MM Mastento, second the name of Councillor Thandiswe Tsang.
The name of Councillor Swetsang was nominated by Councillor Mokodutlo, and the name was seconded by Councillor Makashule. Councillor Swetsang, do you accept the nomination? Thank you. That is the first name. Can we have the second name? Councillor Matwa?
Thank you, MM. I nominate for Speaker's position, I nominate Councillor Peter Way.
Councillor Peter Way is nominated for the position of the Speaker. The seconder, Councillor Miller.
Thank you, I would like to second Councillor Sydney Patoy for Speaker.
Councillor Peter Way, the name has been seconded. Councillor Peter Way, do you accept the nomination?
Indeed, I do, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Those are the two names. Councillors, those are the two names that we will be voting for. I hope the forms, the councillors are now signing the forms. I am going to request that we get the copies of the ballots, the papers. 2 minutes. Okay, the printer is printing because we must have clear names written. Our councillor is proactive. Nesele yenze haye kwa. Oh, okay. DA was proactive. It lese yenze haye kwana. So we have. So Councillor Peter Way, you already signed this yesterday.
In fact, I signed it on Friday.
Thank you very much. So we have the nomination form completed for Councillor Peter Way. It's signed by everybody. It's the nominator. It's the form. So the House can see that the followed correctly. And I am very thankful for the councillor who corrected the date on the form, because remember this process was supposed to be concluded on the 26th of November, but because we are using the same agenda, we could not correct the date. So I am thankful, and I'm hoping the first name, Councillor Swetsang, we will also be mindful of the correct, yeah, we are going to change the date. Thanks. While we wait for the printer, I'm going to request Masesi, please come forward to show the councillors that the box that they will be casting their votes in is empty. We don't want objections after this process where councillors suspect that there were names that were already thrown in the box. So please, for the sake of transparency, make sure that councillors can see that the box is empty. Baruli tlhotlhoretše. We have the second form, Councillor Swetsang. Councillor Swetsang did not sign here. She must sign again as the person that is nominated. Modimo Mohnale provision for signature. Councillor Swetsang, Councillor Magashule has also signed, and Councillor Swetsang signed again as accepting the nomination. Kiki, are you counting? Okay, councillors, please concentrate on what Advocate Khonge is doing, because she is counting the ballots. As indicated, there must be 32. I am the municipal manager. Thank you, Councillor April. I'm noting you, Councillor.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. I want you to be Speaker of this council one day. Hence, I called you a Speaker. Chairperson, I will propose that you call upon party whips of all parties to verify the counting of the ballots, and also to party agent and observe all the processes, so that all councillors that are in here fully satisfies themselves. I thank you.
Thank you, Councillor April. I think I've already requested party whips or representatives from different parties to be part of the whole process. I even said during the counting, the actual counting, I'm going to also request them to be present so that the process must be fair. I'm going to request once again, councillors, the representatives of different political parties to come next to ke kopa o tlose dipampiri tsena tse ding, Kiki. Ebe tseo fela, so that ba kgone ho bona how counter. Ba tshwanetse ba bone ba satisfy already 32. Councillor, you are not joining us. Pa, tibi ke kopa e print A1 happy. Councillor we tabotse. Mara hasi councillor Mtaunga e tabotse. Ke councillor ke mmone. Councillor Mtaunga, I'm sure you are behaving yourself more. Tsaro. Okay, councillors, the process of counting and ensuring that we have 32 ballot papers has been concluded. We are going to, Councillor Kumalo. Oh, you can take my charity. Okay, something.
No, Chairperson, I'm not sure how transparent will this process be if we get ballot papers from here. Because I can vote here and go and put it there. Shouldn't it be wise if there's somebody at the voting station with the ballots, so that we ensure that it's not written, nobody has voted. People should vote there at a secret ballot. Because now I can vote here for the chief whip that I voted and only put it outside here. I don't think this one is transparent. I'm just proposing. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Councillors.
No,
Councillors.
we said
Councillors, Councillor Scott. Councillor Scott, matsatsing a o tla o nweleng ha o tla mo. Councillor Mutau.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Chairperson, I think we are going to protect you with everything to run these proceedings. We are going to protect you. The proceeding must run. Speaking on behalf of EFF, our vote is not a secret. So we are doing it for compliance. They can vote, we will vote by the way you are running these proceedings. No one is going to tell you what to do. We are voting from where we are now. Thank you.
April, I appreciate, but to be honest, it was just a suggestion that is thrown on the table, and we will consider it, Councillor Kau. Councillor?
Councillor Peter we raised a very critical issue we started. That do we all understand legislation that governs the appointment of the speaker? Tate April say the EFF vote is not a secret. That is in contradiction to legislation. Because legislation says the voting is secret. And I thought the chairperson will speak on that matter. Legislation that I understand says voting is secret. Tate Mutaung is saying EFF vote is not a secret. There's a very serious legislative contradiction that might put the transparency and the fairness of this process under jeopardy. I wanted you to rise on to comment on that one, Chair.
I will comment, Councillor Kau. I appreciate that. As the person who is running this process, I am saying the process is secret. A personal choice of not making your vote a secret, I have no control over it. So as a presiding officer, I have made sure that this process is a secret, and that's where the legislation ends. As to the personal preference, legislation does not have power over what a person chooses. For that reason, I am emphasizing that we are going to conduct this election of the speaker with secret ballots. I am going to start, where should I start? I will start with Councillor Serfontein. Oh, wait. Oh, yes. Councillor Malhebe. Ne? You can start going. They will give you next to the booth. I think we took the suggestion from Councillor Kumalo that we should Kiki. Bob Councillor Meller habana the ballot papers. Administration, we went over this over and over again for a week. It cannot be corrected that at this moment we don't do what is expected of us. But why is Councillor Meller not having a? Oh, no, you are Councillor Nick. For it to be, it's gonna be Councillor Nick. Councillors, can you please check if you do not have double ballots with you? Ke kopa o di nke kaofela hape di ballot papers. Councillor Lefa, a ke so note. Ke kopa ha o bua ka mona wa phamisa bo note. Councillor Serapel. Councillors, administration is going to take the ballot papers from you. Eh. Ke kopa le printing 32 ballot papers ka a different color,
Exactly.
just to make sure that we are starting the process and we are doing it correctly. Ke kopa re printing ballot papers, 32 ballot papers ka a different color. Thank you, councillors. Nah. How did I count again? I did double. Councillor Mutau. Councillor Kau, you are noted.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. I will propose the amendments to the ballot paper for the position of a speaker. That Neswitsang Tandiwe becomes number 1. Mr. Peter Wayne becomes number 2. And all these blocks, you remove them. So you must change it completely.
It's for
For
clarity.
security
There's nothing
features.
wrong with
There's
that,
nothing wrong.
councillors. Tibel,
So
ke
it's
kopa
very
let's
much
ensure it's only
informal.
2 blocks
Thank you.
or 2 rows. Just fella for fairness and transparency. Councillor Kau, I noted you.
Chair, I don't think there's any wrong with the suggestion. It's progressive indeed, and I support it. But Chair, I thought you will comment on the issue that the suggestion that I made. Even the chief whips, the whips of our political parties can be there with a ballot issue. But somebody must get a ballot there when it's clean and they vote there. The whips can be there with the ballot issue. When the person gets the ballot, I'm uncomfortable. We are uncomfortable as the ANC. Already people has already voted. It's not secret. And legislation, I don't want to engage you, Chairperson. But legislation, you say, there's nowhere where legislation talks about an open personal choice. It says voting should be secret, must be secret. And the only way voting must be secret is what is done in the ballot box, in the voting booth. It can only be secret when it's done in the voting booth. Thank you.
Councillor Kau, I agree with you. I did not extend the legislation. I did not say it talks about the personal. That was my addition to say that legislation does not cover personal preferences. However, Councillor Kau, I acknowledge your suggestion, and that is how we are going. At that time, the ballot papers were already with councillors, and I did not want to cause chaos. So however, now that we have changed everything, the color of the ballot paper is going to be different, just for you to know that we have started the process all over again. And we are going to issue the booth. It's gonna be difficult for the whips. Remember, they must also vote. So I think it's gonna be difficult unless we agree that we ask independent then they can assist us and be next to the booth, or because we have requested parties to invite guests from their leadership, or parties might choose to nominate one person who will be there, but I don't think it's necessary. We can just, I will ask Messi Tati Munyaki as the municipal manager of Mokaka to be part of the people who will be observing the process. Is that in order, councillors? Councillors, what is, Councillor Peter Way? But we won.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I
Can I have the ballot papers? While we wait for administration, can the party whips come once again for the counting of the ballot papers? Councillor, ke kopa o ska tabola hle. Joy, di kae dintho? Director Mutingwe and our colleague from COCTA will be observing. Director Mutingwe and our colleague from COCTA will be observing. You will be getting your ballot papers from Advocate Khonge. You will cast your vote and you will go out through that door and you go back to your seat. It's going to be easy for us. Councillor Malebe is the first person and Councillor Gumede, ne? Councillor Gumede will be the second person and obviously they will go back to their seat. You don't have to go outside. And then the second row, it will be from Councillor Serfontaine. You will move that way, you go out and then you take your seat. I'm going to request that when you take your seat, Councillor Green, o boela ko pelenyana hanyane ho etsetsa hore councillor ba kgutla ba kgone ho kena. Or to make it easy, you can, Councillor Serfontaine, it will be easy for him. She can come through that way. Lona Councillor Greeny, le Councillor Muchela, you can come through this way and then Belidula. It's clear. Are we starting? Okay. Councillor Malhebe and Councillor Gumede are almost done. Councillor Serfontaine. Councillor Nick.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Kupon kaya okay, makonal pene mo. Kopa oy. Thank you. Amanya. Kaya fela honyet lain fukute den detaya. Alile babi.
Councillor Mtau, stop intimidating other councillors.
Bawa ini kita bilang. Kena kia kan? Dia mau. What?
Thank you, councillors. The process of voting has been concluded. We are now going to start the second layer of this process, which is the counting. As mentioned earlier, we are going to request the party leaders of different political parties to be present when we count the votes. Do we have enough space there to count? Maybe we can ask Councillor Gumede if you can just move one seat this side, and then Councillor Malhebe. Councillor Peterway?
If I could make a suggestion, could we count on that table in front?
Here,
Yeah, then everybody can see it.
okay. All right. You can bring the box. Dr. Mutingwe, please come and join us, and the colleague from COCTA. You can actually come this side, colleagues. Councillors, we are still in the official council meeting. I can't be part of that. Ntate Mutingwe, please lead us. We are starting the process of counting. I think it goes without saying that we will start by counting the actual ballots and verify that we have 32 in there, and then we will start counting them. While we are counting, a quick reminder, observers, you are not supposed to show emotions. We should not read the results from your faces. So make sure that we don't read emotions from your faces, councillors.
Tlatseka.
Thank you very much. As I stop to be the chairperson of this council, because the rightful chairperson must now ascend the stage, I just want to take this opportunity to thank councillors for your patience, your contributions, and the manner in which we conducted this council while I was the chairperson. Again, I would like to congratulate councillors for making sure that we don't have spoiled ballot papers. Thank you very much. We have seen democracy, and councillors exercised their democratic right to vote the Speaker of Fezile Dabi District Municipality. The results are as follows. Councillor Thandiswe Tsang from ANC has 15 votes. Councillor Peter Way from DA has 17 votes. Congratulations, sir.
No problem. Oops. Thank you. Thank you, colleagues. Thank you very much. It does look different from up here. It surely does. I never thought this is what it looks like, but it does. Firstly, first order of business would be an instruction to the MM to get either replace these ridiculous things we've got on our desks or do something else to them, but they're not working for us. And then secondly, there should be a compliance officer for COVID. I see some of our colleagues have taken down their screens. Could that compliance officer just comply? Colleagues, the maturity, I've been in this district council for quite a while now. I want to assure you that the maturity that you've shown as colleagues here today, and our guests as well, I want to congratulate you and thank you for that, because that is where we must go. That is the example we must set for our voters out there, that this is a place of business. This is not a place where some say there are political games. It's a game of chess or checkers, as some call it. This is not a game to us, most definitely not to my organization and not to myself. I urge you, please, do not make this a playground for politics and for your own personal, call it egos or whatever it is. This is a place of business, as it should be. In this place of business, there's only one thing that we have to do. We have to do what's right to those people who put us here and whose interests we represent. That is the only thing that must happen in this chamber. It's about responsible, accountable governance that improves the lives and restores hope for all our voters. All our voters, not just the DA or the ANC voters, all our voters. So I ask you, I plead with you, colleagues, let's get vocal, let's voice our opinions in this house, but please let us respect each other. We have council rules and orders that are, as of yesterday, are exactly 21 years old. So maybe it's a good time to relook at those standing rules and orders, although they are now officially 21 years old and they most probably can vote themselves. But we need to have a look at that. But I'm just asking, please, please, let us respect each other and let us hear and listen to what the other speaker says. Thank you very much. Now, if you don't mind, I'll be seated now. Thank you, MM. Thank you very much. Job well done. Thank you to all the administration. You guys are doing a good job. Baie dankie. The next order of business is item 6, which I think we've just done. Item 7, before we go to item 7, I'm going to ask that we have a comfort break because a lot of people need to go. And while we're there, the ANC is welcome to have a caucus. But guys, no, in all seriousness, let us just break for 10 minutes. I know there could be a bit of a backlog at the bathrooms, but there are bathrooms on the next floor as well. Please, let's have a comfort break and ask the administration to replenish all our waters and things like that. Thank you so much. 10 minutes, we said? Sorry? Oh, sorry. Could you're welcome to speak, Honorable April.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Let me congratulate you for being a newly elected Speaker of Fezile Dabi District Municipality. Speaker, I think 10 minutes is not enough. We can be here for the whole day. If we can make it 15 minutes so that we go to toilet and do stretch legging and so on. I think 15, not 10. 15 will be enough. I thank you.
That's what I said. Let's listen to each other. And if it works for all of us, then let's do it. 15 minutes it is. Let's be back then. Thank you.
The state rules are currently being reviewed. Remember, we attend the legal advice forum for the province. So Southern, all of us have reviewed them. So the draft is going to be brought because we have a meeting on Monday. Then I will share the draft to check because they have to be then adopted, the new ones, in the next council meeting, or even when you decide that maybe the parties must then change a few things because those are, we have to now customize them. If they're fine, we use them. And these old ones that we've been using, they're going to be repealed by those ones. But it's in process. On Monday we are having the meeting. Speaker. Please have a small, can I have 2 minutes with you?
I think the 15 minutes is up. Could we please gather? Administration, could you please get us the councillors inside that are still outside so that we can commence. And the advantage is that I can remove my mask. Thank you. There must be some perks for this job. Colleagues, we're going to continue. Could I ask for order in the House? Thank you very much. Our municipal managers on her post and all the administration, are we ready to go? We good? Okay.
They are.
All right, thank you very much, colleagues. Let's do this and get it done. Councillor, I believe you want to speak to me. All right, all that was about was just the order of business. You just wanted to know, must he call an official caucus or can we continue? And I said, we're continuing. He's welcome to come back into the House and call a caucus and then we can carry on. All right. We're continuing, thank you. I just asked you before the break that we should stop shouting. Put up your hand, I'll acknowledge you and then we can carry on. All right. You see, that's how it works. Okay. So here we go. Here we go. Colleagues and members of the public that are present, we are continuing. We are now on the item number 7 for the election of the executive mayor of the Fezile Dabi district municipality. Everybody was quite happy with the way the process worked previously for the previous election. Could I ask, just for clarity, does everybody understand the process of Schedule 3? Or have you possibly changed your mind from the previous election that we should read out the process to anybody in this House? Are we all satisfied with the process? We're all happy with it? Thank you very much. I see no takers. Makes my life simpler, and I like you for that. The election of the executive mayor is going to take place in exactly the same way. We're just going to have another color paper, I hope. Possibly a blue one. We don't know. But that's just being mischievous. But it's good that we have fun in this house, you understand? But, all right, colleagues, no, let's do that again. I'm going to ask for nominations for the position of Executive Mayor of Fezile Dabi District Municipality. I have a hand, Councillor. And I'm going to ask your indulgence with this. I'm going to learn your names as we go. So if I point at you, don't feel offended. I'm just going. Please, let's just do that for the first 1 or 2 rounds of this of this house is sitting. I will start learning your names. All right. I'm going to recognize your name, sir. Could you please, and I do recognize your names and your name, ma'am. Could I please give the councillor Makefu a mic?
Thank you very much, the new speaker of the council. You're quite right. It's Leboham Makhefu. No, it's not Leboham Makhefu. I stand here firmly to nominate the name of Honorable Councillor Kaukumalo for the position of Executive Mayor in this council. Thank you very much, Speaker.
Thank you very much. Do we have a seconder for that? Ma'am?
Thank you, Speaker. My name is Puleng Modikwe. I stand here to second the nomination of Councillor Kaukumalo as the Executive Mayor of Fezile Dabi District Municipality.
Thank you, Councillor Modikwe. Councillor Kaukumalo, could I ask, are you available for this position? I'm available. Excellent. Thank you very much. I had another hand of Councillor. Yes, sir.
Thanks and congratulations, Councillor Peter Way, on your new role.
We're actually on the nominations now. Thank
Yeah.
you. But
Okay, no. Yeah. My name is Moeketi Makheba. I would like to nominate Councillor Dennis Khasudi as our mayoral candidate.
thank you very much. Could I? Yes, Councillor Scholes.
Honorable Speaker, I'd like to second the name of Daniel Khasudi, Dennis Khasudi as the Executive Mayor of Fezile Dabi.
Are you sure it's Dennis or is it Daniel? What is it?
Daniels.
Okay, I'm just checking because we don't want the wrong man to be elected. Councillor Khashudi, could I ask, are you available for this position?
Good day, Speaker. Yes, I am available. My name is Dennis Khasudi. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have 2 nominations who've been duly seconded, proposed and seconded. Could I ask, are there any other nominations? Any other nominations? Right. That will leave the same process as we did previously. The administration would just confirm with me once you've got the correct documentation signed so that I can just verify that. And then we will prepare those ballot papers. I'm going to ask that we do not leave this house. I noticed with the previous election, some of us took a quick break. But please, could I ask all councillors to remain in the house, not to leave the house? And I'm going to ask the administration, our representative from Kochte, to help me with that. Thank you. If we can just control that we do not leave this house. Administration, when you're ready, when you have the forms, let me know. In the meantime, read through the rules and orders, standing rules and orders. We'll do just a little exam after this. Thank you. I've never heard this house so quiet. Never. I'm not sure if you are as shocked as I am that Councillor Kamalo voted for me, but thank you, sir. Councillor April, it's a good time now to say something. Thank you. At least when you shout at each other, do it in English so that we can all understand.
I trust you to do it.
All right. Yeah, we have the forms. Are we good? Do we need a stamp on them? What do we need to make them official? You're going to count them? Could I have those representatives of the various parties to come and help us count here? All right, so we're counting the ballot papers. Could we all just... Councillor April, are we here? Everybody's here? Let's count. Let's just give them a bit of silence here. Let them concentrate on their jobs. And our advocate will put an official stamp on each one of those and count them at the same time. Thank you, representatives. Advocate, 32. 32 votes, 32 ballot papers available, confirmed by the representatives of all the parties. Thank you very much. And our representative from Kochta, thank you, sir. I see you're already assuming your positions at the ballot box. Same procedure as last time. We know who was first. We started this side. We just do it exactly the same, very uncomplicated. When you do go out of the council chamber, come back, please. Don't go that way. All right, just come back. Okay, let's start. Who was first last time? Thank you, sir. I'm so sorry.
Excuse me. For the camera.
Councillor April, I see you have competition. Councillor Mokadutla.
No, she's there.
Executive mayor.
O ka nna ya he wa lo go tswele ka mo. Councillor Magashule, come on.
One day.
This building. Yeah, what do we do with this building? A nightclub.
Kopa o tswe ka mona. Come on.
I was not around.
You want to put this up for 10 years and block it?
We just need that mask on, that mask.
But if what the new suit, come and MMC like that. Now, what the students not at the car to celebrate this man.
Kopa le le ka be kopa le tswe. Ka hare.
I can pass it for time too. Mas nós acabamos a cair precisa falar lá a cara
Kopa tsamaye ka hare ne. Kopa e manyane ka.
There'll be a collection. There'll be a collection at the door afterwards for the entertainment from Councillor April and Councillor Mokadutlo. Thank you. We'll take a collection afterwards. Thank you. Because if I could sing, I could entertain you while the voting's going on, but you wouldn't like that. So.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, colleagues. That was well disciplined. Thanks for the entertainment. And now to the order of business. I'm going to clear this table so that they can count here again. You can come and count. All those representatives of the parties, please come around here and come and do your thing right here. Thank you, all those representatives. Thank you. I did forget your name. Forgive me for that. Thank you for the counting. The announcement is that Councillor Kumalo got 15 votes. Councillor Kashudi is our new executive mayor. Congratulations, sir. I'm going to allow, before I ask our executive mayor to address us, I'm going to allow motions of congratulations from the floor. Anybody from the floor who would like to congratulate our executive mayor? Councillor, thank you. Anybody? Yes, thank you, sir. Councillor Makefu, your name is up. Another hand from Councillor April, and then I see another hand from Freddie Scholes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Speaker. On behalf of the ANC, I would like to congratulate both of you as the new elected Speaker and the new elected Executive Mayor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker is he's just working out his speech there. There we go, sir.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I don't know what is happening about this. Thank you very much, Speaker, Councillor Sydney Peterway. I'm standing here on behalf of economic freedom fighters. But before I congratulate newly elected mayor of Fezile Dabi district municipality, of which is Dennis Rashid. Today, I'm standing here being exceedingly glad that the ruling party is on the opposition bench for the first time here in the Northern Free State since 1994. It's a lightning, it's a shock, it's unbelievable. For the first time ever. Speaker, let me say, we did not vote for the DA. As EFF, we cannot vote for the DA. We voted against corruption of the ANC. And Speaker, let me assure you and the Executive Mayor of Fezile Dabi that we are not friends. The DA is not a friend, or the DA is not a girlfriend, neither a wife of EFF. We are not in any relationship. We remain comfortable from our opposition bench. We will remain the watchdog of our public purse here in Fezile Dabi. We congratulate you, well and good, we are here. And we are here as the opposition to ensure that there is proper good governance for our people. We're expecting service delivery from Fezile Dabi district municipality. We're expecting monitoring and evaluation together with support of our own 4 local municipalities. Councillor Khashudi, congratulations on your new role as the executive mayor of Fezile Dabi district. You must know that from today, you are the humble servant of the people. You must be accessible to all communities, accessible to all different political parties. Honorable Speaker, I thank you. Anda!
Thank you, Councillor Matong. Thank you so much for that. The next speaker is Councillor Scholes.
On behalf of the Alliance, I'd like to congratulate you, Speaker, and the new executive mayor of Mwate. It was a dream for me. I dreamed last night.
Ngwate? Ngwate?
Yes, of the president of the district, of the district. My humble apologies. I dreamed last night. I was dreaming about someone at the Chuli house giving instructions to the opposition I could not believe the ANC will be in opposition in this house, but we'll make sure we'll keep them at the benches below for the upcoming 5 years. Congratulations to you, Speaker, and the new executive mayor. We'll work hand to hand with you. We'll work the path for the service delivery for our masses that have been robbed for too much by crooks and by thieves. So, yes, thieves. I got spam to come now and I got show. By hooks, crooks, and thieves. I don't, MM. So congratulations, we'll work together and take your municipality to the next level. Thank you.
Thank you. Could we give the microphone to our executive mayor? Executive mayor, would you like to come up here? Would you be all right there? You'll have to be very specific on the point of order, or point of interruption, or point of information. Order, okay?
You can sit down a little bit, Councillor Khashudi, our executive mayor. Speaker, the only person that is allowed to sit where you are, it's you as the speaker, the chairperson of the council, and the municipal manager as the accounting officer of Fezile Dabi district. We must start putting our foot down to instill order here. Executive mayor will remain for the duration of term with us. If you sit here with us, it's only you and then can stand there. We can congratulate him. Well and good. I thank you.
I appreciate that. I just wanted, for the sake of all the people sitting behind him, that if he would stand there, he would be having his back to them. And for the sake of the cameras, it would make sense for him to come to the front. Thank you. 100%. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Councillor Kashudi, would you please come forward, Executive Mayor, and address the House?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, honorable guests, friends, colleagues, and my fellow Fezile Dabi residents. Good afternoon again. It is the singular honor of my life to address you today for the very first time as the mayor of Fezile Dabi. Our municipality is a place of unbearable natural beauty. Our residents are people of unlimited talent, and our future is bringing with untouchable potential. I'm deeply humbled by the trust you have placed in me to lead this beautiful municipality into the future. All that may achieve will only be possible because we build on the work of those who have gone before us. We can also build on the platform of love, support from our families, and I'm so grateful to have the support of my wife, the 2 kids, on this very first day of our new administration. I want every individual in Fezile Dabi to know that what they should expect from us, more of the same won't cut it. Words are no longer enough. It's time for fresh thinking. The government that has been elected by the people of Fezile Dabi District Municipality is gathered here today, publicly affirm that we will serve the municipality with a clear high purpose. A municipality with more caring, more exclusive, more prosperous, more united, more respectful, safer, and more free. All the purpose can be summed up in one sentence: to restore hope of South Africans. By turning Fezile Dabi into a living proof, we can roll back from poverty, that we can overcome the long shadow of our past, and that our country can still realize the society dreamed of in the founding document of our democracy, which is our constitution. I need not say much any further, as the action speaks louder than words. And by that, I'm going to do my utmost best to serve the community with honesty and honor. As I conclude, I'd like to thank the party, Democratic Alliance, for the trust they have best or restored to me to be their representative in this council. I also like to thank my colleagues from Kaka, Fezile Dabi, as it is, fellow political parties, that is the ANC, EFF, Freedom Front Plus, and other parties that took part in the past elections. My family again, my friends and community at large of Fezile Dabi. I thank you.
Right, thank you very much. You must take your seat again because I'm going to ask you for your help in a minute. Thank you, Executive Mayor. We look forward to a lot of changes. We look forward to a new way of thinking in this House. And I can assure you, Councillor Kamala, it's only the first 20 years of being opposition that's the worst. So don't worry about it. But having said that, I want to refer you to our standing rules and orders. I think it's section 37 that talks about motions of no confidence, etc. Please keep the leaders accountable, the Speaker, and keep us accountable. And don't be shy to do that. I thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, at the back, thank you very much. That's our official business for the day. A bit of academic business that we have to go through is item 9, designation of full-time councillors. Legislation does prescribe that at the first ordinary council meeting after the inaugural meeting, the municipal manager will present to council the positions of the full-time councillors with all the requirements. So that is, it's up for determination. We can expect that in our next council meeting and our next ordinary council meeting. Am I correct, ma'am? Okay. Moving on swiftly to item 10, Code of Conduct for Municipal Councillors. It is in your packs, in your agenda, Annexure D. I urge all the different parties, whips, to make use of this document. And please, everybody, to read it. Let's get the order right, as Councillor Mataung said. Standing rules and orders is the next item. It's item 11. Standing rules and orders. You will see at the top of the standing rules and orders, the date is the 1st of December 2000. Officially 21 years old yesterday. I don't think there's any other council in the country, possibly in the world, that has such old standing rules and orders. But I'm going to hand over to our advocate, just to give us some information maybe, or to you, Madam, that there is some work being done currently, so that if anybody has any doubts about what's happening at Kochta and what's happening with the standing rules and orders, maybe just advise us what's going on, because it's definitely something we'll have to look at and reconsider as a council going forward. Ma'am?
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, the standing rules and orders that we have, it's just a framework which, as an institution, we should work through and customize it according to our needs as an institution. However, the problem is that as council, you will not be able to operate without standing rules and orders. So I am going to advise this council to agree on having a working session which will deal with the standing rules and orders. I think Speaker will remember in the past you did have a session where you agreed on certain things. As administration, we will obviously assist the council with pieces of legislation which should be guiding the standing rules and orders. But however, this council needs to adopt the standing rules and orders.
Right. So now we've got the background on the rules and orders. Could I ask, is there anybody who's got an objection that we accept this document for now until we review the rest? Are we all in agreement? Is everybody happy? Thank you very much. Then we'll work on the existing document until we've, sorry, there's just a private meeting going on, yeah? Okay, no problem. Thank you very much. Item 12 is the remuneration of public office bearers. This is where we decide how much money we want. No, not really, not really. The president has signed off on this document. Take note of it, it's for noting. So if your bank manager says you cannot buy that new car now or you must take it back, just tell him, here's the document from the president, all right? Are there any questions regarding that? Anybody uncertain? Okay. I'm moving on to item 13, which talks about our municipal budget. I urge everybody to have a look at that document. We will be doing an adjustments budget in January, I take it. And there's a lot of work that must happen before that adjustments budget. It's not something that I can do or the executive mayor can do. It's something that has to happen as well, all of our input. So look at this document. We all know what has worked, what hasn't worked. Let's just fix it, okay? Let's not beat around the bush with the finances, and let's just get the things right. So thank you. Any questions about the document in there? If there are, I urge you to speak to our accounting officer. Any unclarities or any further details you need, speak to our accounting officer. She's the one who knows everything in there. Item 14, notification, date and time of venue of the first ordinary council meeting. Now, council, Liz, at the moment, things are, how can I say, new. So that's the right description. The previous council did have dates for the meetings. We will have to, before we all go on our Christmas holidays, we will have to have another council sitting because there are a couple of procedural things that we have to get through and we have to do. So I'm going to ask for your indulgence that possibly next week we will have a special council meeting where we can, there's certain items on the program that we have to speak to, that we have to address. We would like to know from the executive mayor who he has appointed as in the different portfolios or not. So I think it's very important that before we take our break and that everybody can get on board, we definitely need to have a meeting, well, let's call it next week, not this week, but you will be advised. You'll receive the notice. So let's just get stuck in there and let's get that behind us, and then we can start in January with a brand new slate. So please expect an official invitation or notice of a meeting. The information packs that you have, I think last week we all got those beautiful heavy files. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Speaker. Please don't call me sir because you'll make my head to grow big. I'll appreciate if you call me Councillor April Motaung or Fighter April Motaung.
I prefer
Speaker, thank you for affording me an opportunity. I want to congratulate the administration of Fezile Dabi District Municipality for a nice information pack. You know, I've been observing all local municipalities even other districts like of Lejoli Putswa, it be of Thabo Mofutsanyana. No administration come any closer to Fezile Dabi. The systems under the leadership of the accounting officer, the municipal manager for that matter, Melindi Mutibedi, are proper. I can assure you that I have received everything. Handover is done. This is the municipality throughout the Free State where we have received a handover. So we are clear, we have even seen that we have 58 policies that this municipality owes zero loan, no debts here. That the municipality that we gave you. You must take care of this municipality. I thank you.
I'm not sure how to answer that, but thank you very much for the advice. Advice is always very good. Now, just to second that motion of confidence that Councillor April, our fighter, we'll have to move this flag. I can't see him. But thank you, thank you. You said there is no relationship. What's going on here? No, in all seriousness, thank you, administration. It worked very well today. There was one or two confusing things, but the document that we got is fantastic. I would like to see that document on our official district municipality website for anybody to see it, not just for us councillors. Because remember, we can't keep ourselves accountable. We need the public to keep us accountable as well. And they need to know what's happening in this municipality. And our website at the moment is not as user-friendly, let's call it as informative as it should be. And I think that's something that we'll speak to at following meetings. But the information packs are there. Please make use of them, not as a paperweight, but actually as a source of information. And then I'm going to do something very unconventional and say, before we close this meeting, is there anybody of the councillors that would like to raise a topic, give some advice to the leadership, do anything that is worrying you right now? Let's get it off our chests and give us advice. Tell us what we must look at. If there's anything, please do it. Councillor Kamala, please.
I'm not sure. I just wanted to take on from what Councillor Motaung has said, because I have gone through some of the information packs. And I'm speaking for other councillors. Where I'm seated, I think we need a day or two to be taking through that lot of information. Because I think we also have new councillors here who might not even be able to interpret a municipality budget. So I was saying, as you look at us meeting for the standing rules and orders, see if you can make an extra day so that officials take us through the handover report. Because also on that budget, the item is also IDP, and I think you omitted to mention about it. We should also be taken through the IDP so that we know what is happening. And then as we go to the budget adjustments, IDP review, at least we are all in one page. Thank you.
Thank you. I have the hand of Councillor Motaung.
Thank you very much. I think I rise for the last time, and for the first time, I will be agreeing with Councillor Gau. We are the opposition with Councillor Gau. I think this is where our friendship and relationship begins. I agree with Councillor Gau that councillors need to be capacitated. I'll advise the office of the speaker that it conducts a skills audit so that it comes with a proper skills planning for all councillors. And if needs be, I don't know what are the municipality means of funding for councillors to enroll for various learning programs that will assist them to fulfill their responsibility granted by our communities out there. We want Fezile Dabi district municipality to shine. We want it to shine, and it's only the education that will give us set of skills, knowledge, competence, attributes, and values needed from us. Councillor Kau, you on point, my friend. Wanda. Politics of 101. We are there. Politics of 101.
Thank you. Thank you very much. In closing, I'd like to invite anybody who has ideas, who has things to do. I don't think there's anybody in the offices at the moment, but if you could work through the municipal manager, any communication, work through the municipal manager's office to the executive mayor or to myself, and we'll get the system going after this. So, colleagues, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much to our guests. But before you go, could I just hang on? Before you go, there's an announcement that there's arrangements for afterwards that the municipal manager would like to tell us. And but have a safe trip home. And municipal manager, this is yours.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I am humbly requesting that once you close the official council meeting, we take the opportunity to go outside and introduce you to our public officially that has been arranged outside. And our firefighters will also be welcoming the executive mayor as well as the speaker of council. The second announcement is that while we go outside and do that, food will be prepared and everybody is invited through the office of the speaker for lunch. Yes. The third and the last announcement, Speaker, is that while we are busy with other things, I am going to humbly request the executive mayor as well as the speaker to be available for the interviews. As the speaker and the executive mayor might be aware, our council sitting is broadcasted live, and we would like to have interviews for both the speaker and the executive mayor. That is all from me. Thanks.
Right, thank you very much. So everybody, let's move outside and let's see what the firefighters, not the fighters, the firefighters have got to do.
Yo, this is Bantu Elements. You're listening to my boy, DJ Jelik, on the Garage Mix. Donkey, please. Donkey, please.